Check. All right, baby. Let's get the Substack going. Generate key, copy. Yeah, everybody, I have to go live on all the other platforms first. And then I have to turn on the rest of them. So I go live on 3. So you see me on MTC and Propaganda Factory on Facebook first and YouTube. And then you see me on Twitch and Kick next. And then you see me either on TikTok or Substack. And once everything is live, then we rock. Okay. Whew. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. All right, let's go. One Take Sally, baby. One Take Sally, ready to ride. Hope everyone is doing okay. I'm just checking all the channels. I'm getting all the chats up right at the beginning. Our time is not as limited, still somewhat limited, but we're making sure that we can see all of the chats. That way I can click through them, because it is not fair that I wait till 20-30 minutes into the stream to start chatting with our people on the rest of the platforms. You know, that's just not fair at all. There should be a way. Where's my Omni chat? There we go. Chat. Yeah, there we go. Now I should be able to see all of the chats. We'll see. All right. And did I go live on TikTok? Yeah, we're live on TikTok. All right. We're about to start here in 3. Yeah, let me get a sip of water. In 3, 2. No, hold on. Let's make sure that camera angle good. 3, 2, 1. What is up, team? Welcome back to Headquarters. Your Antifa CEO here on this beautiful Friday, November 28th, Black Friday. But if you're a billionaire, we're hoping it's going to be a Red Friday in terms of those profits. We are on day 4. Day 4 of the economic blackout that was being spread around. Some people, some of the larger platforms, we're seeing they're doing a 5-day blackout for Black Friday to Cyber Monday. Thinking back to growing up, I remember seeing some of these things, especially when social media first started. And so it is a little bit more fun to be directly engaged in that now. I do not know about you, but we are making sure to keep our dollars as local as possible. That's the key. We understand that people have to spend money, but please make sure to keep your dollars as local as possible. For everybody on the video stream right now, I just have to say today is a momentous day because your boy learned how to tie a tie. Your boy learned how to tie a tie. This is a nice looking knot. I got the green tie to match the Ouija baby. You know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. We just got off a long, very brutal stretch of 9 12-hour shifts. I have a little bit more time available to you. However, it is the weekend. I am looking to spend a little bit of time with my family, but do not worry, your CEO will continue working when it comes to pushing the working class solidarity, when it comes to manufacturing, distributing the propaganda, and of course, we will continue pushing for all metrics over the weekend in terms of recruitment and revenue. I'm hoping to have someone from the team come on the pod next week. I'm going to confirm with them this weekend, make sure they're still good to go. I'm hoping to at least start having more team members rotating through here because, it's fun to do it by myself. I'm not going to lie, especially when the time's limited. I'm doing just a quick 30-minute spot for everybody. But I like to talk to people. I don't necessarily just want to sit here and be talking to myself the whole time. Call me crazy, but it is what it is, So with that being said, I'm trying to get some guests on the TikTok today. We are paying attention to all the chats. So we have all the chats available. Grabbing the YouTube right now. Big shout out. We've been growing on YouTube. This week we picked up 7 subscribers, which does not sound like a lot, but that is a 10% increase. So we have increased our subscribers on YouTube by 10% just this week. And it's all part of the push. We're also bringing on a contributor for our Substack. I'm very excited about that. I'm hoping that they should have their first piece by our deadline on Monday, and you can start to read some of the contributions. I'm hoping to bring on a few more contributors to our Substack so that the Propaganda Factory can potentially be in your feeds almost every day. Not only will we have the podcast component, but we'll make sure to have the the written component. We want to make sure that we have everything that is available to everyone, especially in terms of accessibility. But we're doing it, And this year, I have to say, as we're getting into the last month of the year, the momentum has never been more strong. We are getting so many people every day. And even though the algorithms are continuing to beat us down, we're still pushing. We're still getting that message out there. And I think that's one of the most impressive parts about it is that means that it is all on you. I'm seeing a lot more organic shares from the data, a lot less algorithmic recommendations, but I'm seeing that you are directly sharing us to your friends, sending it through messages, however you're sending it. I'm seeing it coming from direct shares. They don't tell me all kinds of crazy things, but I can see some of the ways that the propaganda is being distributed. So I do appreciate that. Our Substack passed 100 subscribers on Substack, which again might not sound like a lot, but for us just starting to make this push, especially this year, that's the thing about it is we have a platform on Facebook, we built a platform on TikTok. We're now building and cultivating platforms on every other service that is available to us. Currently live on 7 different platforms right now, uploaded to 20 after the fact, and that's made possible by our sponsors, which we'll get into very quickly. If you want to feed a family, especially this holiday season, and they have the toy drive, if I read it correctly, from Veau Noire, that's VOIXNOIRE. We're going to stay pumping them for December because I feel like that is a good organization that I want to make sure I'm putting my energy into. So please, that's Veau Noire, VOIXNOIRE.com. If you want to tap in with a brown and marginalized family, sponsor a family, make sure that we are focusing on the people that need it the most, and I think that's the people that need it the most. Also, this stream on 7 different platforms and uploaded to up to 20 platforms after the fact is brought to you by Liquidate the Billionaires. That's right, Liquidate the Billionaires, with the ambitious goal to turn every mega yacht into a coral reef. If that's something that you believe in, something that you can get behind, please tap in with Team Liquidate on all platforms. You can tap in with me, MTC STW, on all platforms, or the Propaganda Factory. Just go ahead and search us. Top of the news today for me. Hey, I'm feeling hot with the tie, baby. I am. I'm sorry. It's matching. We don't always match. I don't know if it clashes with the blue. Y'all can let me know. The audio, hey, thank you for the heart me. Thank you very much. That's how we beat that algorithm. But the top of the news today for me is the Starbucks Workers United Union, baby. That's why we got the green on. That's why we make sure we rock the Ouija every day, especially because it's a little bit chilly in the house. I'm not running the heat. But the Starbucks Workers United Union is upping the ante. We are going to more cities. I believe it was up to 85? Up to 85 cities or 85 locations, maybe 65 cities. I don't remember if I read it correctly, but whatever. And then Starbucks is trying to come out with their propaganda saying that it's not really affecting them. Well, that's actually not the flex that you think it is, Starbucks. If you have workers at multiple locations that are not, showing up to work, trying to make it a point that they need better working conditions, and you're saying that actually this doesn't affect us, we're still going to keep making money, that just goes to show you that you can actually afford to pay those workers. What are we doing? You got the former CEO of Chipotle, now Starbucks CEO, Brian Nichols. He used to do his super commute 1,500 miles to the corporate headquarters from, I forgot where it was in California, to like Portland or wherever it is. Wherever Starbucks is headquarters. Like 1,500 mile super commute. He was doing that like twice a week, 3 days in the office. But then they built him a fancy little satellite headquarters so that he didn't have to super commute, so he would technically be in office, But the workers just want a little more money. Y'all were charging so much money for that swill. And for all those people, I was on a live the other night. This actually really kind of upset me. I actually just left after this because I didn't want to insult the creator. It really left a bad taste in my mouth, though. I was talking about the economic blackout. We were talking about standing in solidarity with Starbucks, and she said that she could not give up her coffee. This is someone who gets on here she doesn't proclaim to be a leftist, but as a liberal, which I guess that's the problem. She's a liberal. Claiming to be for people, wanting people to have a better life, whatever. But here is a very easy situation for you to fight back, for you to try to make working class people's lives better. And this person couldn't even choose to not get their Starbucks coffee. I mean, come on. There's local places to get coffee. You can make the coffee at home. We can buy all the fancy things at the store now to make the coffee flavored however we want. When it comes to working class solidarity, is it really that much of an ask for you to just not get the overpriced coffee for a couple of weeks? I believe we're on day 16, so it's been about 2 weeks. We're going on the third week of this Starbucks Workers United strike. And I know that it is affecting Starbucks. There's no way that it couldn't be affecting Starbucks. And the fact that they're just getting out there and lying, blatantly lying, saying that it will not affect their profits is just absolutely insulting, not only to our intelligence, but to every Starbucks worker who is, dealing with, it's serving coffee, but at the same time, the people you got to deal with, crazy. The volume you have to deal with, crazy. The profits that's being extracted from you, crazy. We cannot sit here and try to classify workers as better, workers as worse, as this is better job, anything like that. There is honor in every single job that is, if it's a job, it deserves to be paid a wage with dignity that allows that person to have access to food, healthcare, housing. It's that simple. It's that simple. Can I request? I want to show you something. What do you want to show me? I don't know you. I don't know you. And at the slim chance that you potentially... That sounded so suspicious. It did low-key sound suspicious. Okay. All right. Look, I'll let you... Go ahead and request up. Go ahead and request up, boy, out. I'll take you. We'll take you. We'll take another guess if anybody else maybe wants to come chat too. But, we're just chilling. We're just vibing. I'm trying to have a good Black Friday. This is what I'm doing to not spend money. I'm coming here to spend it with my comrades, chat with the comrades, put out some content for the comrades, make sure that we understand that as best as we can, we need to make sure to try to not spend any money. I mean, it's just that simple. Try to stand in solidarity if you can, comrades. What's up, boy?
Hello?
Hey, what's good?
How do I turn on my camera? I want to show you my hat.
You can click. There's an option to turn on your camera. There should be an option. Here we go. Look, I just invited you to turn your camera on.
Oh, there it is. Is it on?
Not yet. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. It's no problem, bro.
But like, free Luigi. That was all I wanted to do.
Hey, free my boy. Free him till it's backwards. My boy did absolutely nothing wrong. He was with me.
Sir.
He was with me. I like your hat, though.
Thank you.
You enjoy your Black Friday. I'm sorry to drop you down so abruptly, but just the way that the volume works and whatnot, I don't know how that's going to play back in the audio experience for everyone. So I just wanted to make sure to kind of keep that moment tight. But we still can take guests. I appreciate everybody. My boy had a Ouija hat, and I'm not to plug it, but I got him in the TikTok shop. Hey, we got him available in the TikTok shop. You can help be subversive, you don't have to buy it though. We don't really need your money. We don't really need your money. I'm not rolling in the dough. Let me be clear. I know your boy got a new tie. All right. Ties aren't that expensive. Your boy got a new tie. It's still the same suit. This is still the same shirt. You go look from a couple of episodes ago. I just cycled through the shirts. It's the same hat. Had this one hat all year. The microphone, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Your boy had this in the closet. I was chasing dreams many years ago to be an audio engineer. Had this baby in the closet. We made some music, but, I appreciate everybody, though. That's why I wanted to be here. This place feels very warm. This place feels very welcoming, not only to me, but it just, when I'm here, when I'm on camera with the comrades, I just feel reassured. I don't know why. Oftentimes because I'm the only one talking, especially on these daily episodes. But I feel reassured because I know that right now I'm safe. I'm safe. For what that's worth, I'm safe. I'm with my comrades. I'm in the warmth of the fire and energy that we're pushing forward. And I feel safe, So thank y'all for that. I appreciate y'all. Because, y'all let me feel safe. We got another person requesting up. I'll give it a shot. We'll roll the dice. What's good?
How's it going?
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Not bad.
What would you like to talk about?
Yeah, you're saying you're the president of Antifa. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Hey, if you could you cut that music in the background for me because we're streaming to. It's because we're streaming to multiple platforms, and I don't want the stream to be taken down for copyright. So yes, that is better. And you make sure you're speaking nice and loud for me too, because I'm trying to make sure that everybody can hear you on the rest of the platforms.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, I am the CEO, sir. Is there anything that I can do for you?
Yeah. Sorry, real quick. I was just chewing.
Could you turn the music down again, buddy, for me?
I really can't. I can get away from it though. A little bit.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah. So, why not just be a communist?
I am.
Do you think this adventurism is gonna do anything?
What? I'm sorry.
Adventurism.
Adventurism in what regard?
The whole Luigi shtick. The whole.
I mean, it's not a stick, bro. It's cold. This is just a hat.
Shtick.
It's cold in here.
Yeah, but you're also choosing that particular beanie for a reason.
It's just the beanie I have. I don't want to wear the North Face on the camera. That's not,
I mean, there's a reason why I like the suit. The suit's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are in distress. That's true.
Yeah, I think, at least for me, we got to make sure to try to pull out all the stops. Whatever is the most provocative in the moment to get people to draw attention, You know, I think that's, you know, that's why we're clean shaven. That's why we're in the suit. People are going to stop for a second, be like, what's going on here? You know, that's why we threw on the beanie.
Well,
personally, it's cold in here, but, you know.
Is there like any org, like left-wing org that you actually like or no?
Yeah, I mean, there's all types of orgs that I like that we're affiliated with, that we are doing things with.
I'm hearing that like Soros like funds a lot of this Antifa though.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me, especially since I'm in the same suit that I've been in for weeks now.
It kind of does, because like it's just like another little like revolution.
That's just called what I like to call it.
Gen Z.
What I like to call it, buddy, is right-wing propaganda. Because when it comes down to it, if billionaires, this is what doesn't make any sense to me. Why would billionaires be funding anti-billionaire propaganda? You know, like, come on now.
We funded Castro.
Come on now.
We funded Castro. We fund every side of every which way.
Yeah, but that wasn't domestic, my boy. You're telling me that billionaires are domestically funding anti-billionaire propaganda? Like, that's really what you believe?
They're trying to set people up for failure so that the quest is set back.
Well, I tell you what, the checks have not cleared for me. I keep checking the portal. And I'm the CEO, bro. And I'm the CEO. So
I want my checks from Russia, Iran.
Well, I suggest you go over to X, because Elon Musk has no problem paying foreign agents. So if you want to receive money from foreign companies, that's the platform for it.
Yeah, no, I'm on there. I'm not really seeking. I'm not that large of an account.
Well, buddy, is there anything that you want to do to fight back against what we're facing right now? You know, how do you feel?
I really like the ACP. I think they have a good head on their shoulders with everyone I've come across with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can have fun with that. That's not necessarily something I'm going to put my energy into.
Age group fucks with them.
That's fine. I mean, you know, good for them.
What do you mean that's funny? That's perfect.
Yeah.
Do they fuck with anybody else?
I don't know, but I appreciate your time. I'm gonna continue cutting my propaganda. But yeah. I'm not necessarily gonna put my energy. I'm not gonna get on here and tell you that I want you to go to the Communist Party, because frankly, they're kind of doing a little bit of wild things, in my opinion. Based on just the things that I've seen, based on some of the ways that they're spending their money. And I'm not in any way saying that, you know, we have to be the most serious and ethical communists when it comes to the ways that we endeavor in our capitalism. We have to make money. I mean, we're not going to be, you know, dirty under the bridges, but yeah, they are doing some wild things. If I understood correctly, I mean, maybe I was wrong, maybe I was getting misinformation, but if I understood correctly, the ACP was engaging in some forms of landlording and some of the other people that they were affiliated with. And if I'm not mistaken, some of the people that were in the higher ranks of their groups were being called out for some actually illegal things that involved like minors and whatnot. But yeah, you know, that's, hey, maybe it's my fault for not doing the due diligence. But you know what we got going here? What we got going here, honestly, probably supersede the freaking, you know, the little commie party, because I don't know how many members they got, but we already got 8 million followers in our network, so we're pretty strong. We've got the momentum. We're honestly one of the fastest leftist growing organizations in the country, potentially even the world, when we just look at the numbers that we've been able to put together over this year. So, you know, good luck to them. Again, I think I said this yesterday. I don't remember if I was on the live or not. I don't remember. It might have been on someone else's live last night, but I don't want to take away any energy that any leftist or anybody thinks that they need to put into the world, that they think is their solution. Because realistically, we have to come at this from every single angle that we can imagine. And no single person, no single organization is going to be able to do that. So, you know, hey, good luck to them. but my energy is going to continue to go in the things that I believe are going to be the most effective. And in my opinion, that is accumulating the resources required to be unethical with these billionaires, to fight back with the same tools that they're, using against us. Get real creative. We're getting real creative. We're working on Operation Sandpaper right now. Maybe it's a working name, but we're gonna come up with some cool names. We're working on all kinds of operations right now for the 365 days of economic warfare for 2026. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that got their daily heart me's in. If you haven't yet, please do. Over on Tiki. For the rest of the platforms, let me go ahead and cycle through the chats, give some shout outs real quick. Shout out to our one viewer on the Kiki. Shout out to Emma over on Twitch. I appreciate you. It doesn't look very attractive. Never mind. You can help customize it. Well, I just followed you. Yeah, follow me, Emma. Stop trying to sell in my chat. Emma. But I guess shout out to you, Emma. You're viewing and chatting anyway. Shout out to our YouTube viewers. Got a couple watching right now. Shout out to our Facebook viewers. Got a handful watching right now. We're not doing the best numbers on all the platforms, but it's okay because, consistency is key. And with the energy, the authenticity, with the group of people that we're going to be bringing together, having, people coming through, all of our platforms are going to mold into one amazing leftist network that is focused, all right, focused fully on the liquidation of the billionaire class and the liberation of the working class people. And I think that, when we center on that, that is how we remain the most effective, at least from what I can see from the data, from all of the metrics. I want to get back to the Starbucks Workers United Union, because that is what's most important to me right now. And I feel like with our network, that is something that needs to be the most important, because the Starbucks Workers United Union is on the front line against these billionaires right now. The billionaires are trying to starve them out in the cold, trying to starve them over Christmas. The billionaires think that their profits will remain intact if they let these people just shout. We will not let these billionaires silence our comrades. We will hold our comrades every day, hold them up on our platforms, on all of our collective platforms, because we can reach hundreds of millions of people. This isn't we can just look at the numbers, we don't break it down, but just from my numbers, I'm doing a few million a month, not even really trying. We got 8 million collective followers between all of our people, and I haven't even gotten into their numbers yet. I know for a fact we could easily be doing a few 100 million a month, and it's probably happening right now. I just haven't even seen the numbers to verify. So comrades, we are going to hold you up. We're going to hold up the Starbucks Workers United Union, and we're going to make sure that everyone is aware that it's spreading. It's going to more cities. And you need to make sure to do what you can to not shop with Starbucks. It's easy. It's actually pretty easy. The lines are usually long. So it's 85 cities. So right now, Starbucks Workers United escalated to 120 stores in 85 cities. So Starbucks is trying to say that 99% of U.S. locations remain open. But Starbucks, again, that's not the flex that you think it is. And if more Starbucks workers were united, I think that this could go a lot quicker. Starbucks is definitely saying that, though, to keep the stock. They don't want to see any softness in their stock, especially because if I'm looking at the yearly for Starbucks' stock, it is, that's not the wrong chart. But if I'm looking at Starbucks over this year, they are underperforming. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Starbucks is underperforming the freaking S&P substantially. S&P is at what, like 15, 16% this year? Starbucks is -5. Am I seeing this correctly? Starbucks is -5% on the year. Yeah, so that's why they're saying that. Obviously, dude. Oh my gosh. Starbucks is -15% year over year. Year to date, -5%. 5 year down 12%. That's why they're lying. Oh my God. It's so obvious why they're freaking lying, Starbucks. Wow. Your freaking stock is in the crapper. Bro, the union is hitting you right in the profits, dog. Y'all need to go to the table quick, Starbucks. Oh my gosh. What are y'all doing? I don't think the people at Starbucks is doing the math right, because if I'm seeing this stock, Starbucks needs to end this strike immediately and focus on getting these freaking profits up, because this is trash. I wouldn't put my money in it. I probably have money because of the way it's invested in the S&P and whatnot, but yeah, that's good luck, Starbucks. But good luck to the comrades holding the freaking line right now. More power to you. The walkout is the longest so far. So this is, it's the longest strike in Starbucks history so far. Began on Red Cup Day, November 13th. So this is day 15, a little over 2 weeks, like we said. No contract, no coffee, baby. Unionized workers also went on strike at Amazon warehouses in Germany on Black Friday. There were also strikes outside Zara stores in Spain. So the Starbucks Workers United represents 11,000 baristas in about 550 stores. And so right now we're only up to 120 stores out of 550. Where's my calculator? Let's do the math real quick. I don't have my calculator on the freaking dock. That's a rookie move. So we were up to, what did it say? 125 stores? 120? So that's only about 22% of the current represented stores that are on strike right now. So this can get worse for Starbucks. And, going into the cold season, I know people still get that iced coffee, but that hot coffee from Starbucks, man, they need to end this. They need to end this before it escalates to more stores. I didn't really do any listening to other podcasts and stuff like that today. I did not really get any preparation for the news. I barely listened to anything. I rolled out of bed. I spent time with the kids, and now we're here taking the wife out to dinner tonight, because after 9 days you got to come back with a bang, baby. So taking the wife out to dinner, gonna have a nice night. Just trying to. It's a local restaurant too, by the way. But because that's what it's about. If we're gonna spend money, we need to spend money locally, So right now, U.S. Thanksgiving online sales expected to rise 6%. But what they're not, or at least what some people are reporting, is that even though sales, the number might go up, the amount being bought is substantially down. And, the amount being bought and the amount of people actually shopping, we're seeing not only wealthy, but the upper middle class people spending more money. I can hear you. Sorry, my bad. I'm saying this to offer you my help. You seem very hurt. That's why. Here's my Discord. Add me. Okay, I got you, Emma. I see you back on Twitch now. I will add you on Discord. Yes, I do need all the help that I can get. Any comrade that can definitely needs to right now. Let's see. I'll add you on the Discord right now. Yeah, I'm excited, man, with the new contributor that we're bringing on to the new contributor we're bringing on for the Substack. We also got them on the Discord. Hoping to get the Discord refreshed and looking good. I just want to make sure that the community is available everywhere that they can be available. When it comes down to it, we have to be everywhere all at once. I show my premium work. All right, bet. So Emma, cool. I appreciate you getting with Emma. She's going to show me some of her previous work. I hope that we will be bringing Emma in, because every comrade that can right now we need you. So look at that. Because we were live on 7 different platforms, we just happened to find a pop comrade. Oh, look, you're here as well on Kick. Hey, Emma, look at that. So because we were dragnetting across all these platforms, we were able to find a comrade. It just goes to show you, man. It just goes to show you. What we're building right now is so real, and the energy is just in the appropriate motion. Indie Television, I will bring you up. I'll bring you up. Juju, I could bring you up. Are you here, Juju? I'll bring you up too if you want to. What's up, Indy? Make sure you're speaking nice and loud for me so the rest of the comrades can hear.
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, so are you actually claiming to be the CEO of Antifa?
Yes, absolutely. Why?
Why are you claiming this?
Well, it's very simple. When Donnie signed that executive order saying that Antifa was a domestic tea organization, it meant that he could drag any one of us into court and claim that we were the CEO of that organization. So to make sure that that process could at least be sped up, and to make sure that no one else could be labeled the CEO of that organization, I threw on the suit, I shaved my face, I became the CEO of that organization because the board of directors reached out to me and said that we needed a face, we needed a voice. So that's how it happened.
So I mean, so you're down with this, Antifa stuff. You're against Trump.
What do you think is Antifa stuff?
I mean, I don't know. What is it supposed to be?
Well, sir, we have a code of ethics. You can go ahead and Google our code of ethics, and that essentially lays out exactly what Antifa is. It's an organization built on 4 core tenets. That is compassion, empathy, solidarity, and no mercy. So I'm not no mercy. No mercy. That's correct.
That's that's like the stand out, right? That's like a stand out one, right?
Is it? It seems it goes hand in hand when you really look at it, because if I'm compassionate to you, if I'm empathetic to you, if I'm trying to bring you together with me in solidarity, but still you push me away, then how can I have mercy for you?
Okay, you make a solid point.
Exactly. Hey, look, you might not be sick left radical. You give me 20 minutes, I'll have you sick left radical. I'll have you reading the Communist Manifesto, baby, because that's what it takes to be the CEO.
I highly doubt that. I'm like a hardcore Donald Trump fan.
So why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Why?
Yeah.
He got chutzpah. I like how he acts.
You like how he acts. Do you have sons?
No.
You have no sons?
No, I don't have any kids.
Well, sir, I hope one day that your sons do not act like Donald Trump, because we definitely do not need more Donald Trumps in the world. I appreciate the words that you gave, but this is not a platform for MAGA. You snuck in on me. This isn't a safe space for MAGA. I'm not trying to talk to MAGA. I'm not trying to platform MAGA. MAGA, you can go to all those other lives so they can make money off of you. We don't do that here. So yeah, good luck with that. Oh my gosh, he got chutzpah. Freaking Donald Trump, dude. If my sons acted like Donald Trump, all right, I would feel like an absolute failure as a father. 100%. I would feel like I completely failed as a man, because why on earth would I want my children to talk like Donald Trump, to act like Donald Trump, to be a billionaire? That's just disgusting. If I raise my kids to be billionaires, that means I raised psychopaths. That means I raised calloused individuals. you know, because that's the only way that you can get $1 billion. It is just simple math. Anyone that is truly compassionate, truly empathetic, truly lives by the words of Jesus Christ, there is no way, shape, or form that they could ever accumulate $1 billion, because if God is blessing you that much, then you aren't spreading those blessings around. It's, you know, but again, demons. That's just the way we're going to put it. It's very easy. They are demons. Not only are the billionaires demons, but these pro-life Christians who claim to support Trump and all of that, they are demons. So, you know, good luck to that MAGA guy. I appreciate you. But that's not what we do here, buddy. That's not what we do. Obviously, you found this live. The Communist Party of China is trying to radicalize you as it is anyway, because you would have not stumbled onto this live if not for dabbling in some sick left radical mumbo jumbo, you know. But hey, I have to tell you though, bro, just by you being on this live, you are definitely now on a watch list. So good luck to you, because your boy Donnie, he might not treat us right. You know, he might not treat us right. But that's why he asked, and I told him I put on the suit, so hopefully we can get this shit done quickly. We can get it wrapped up. The CEO is right here. Haul me into court. Let's get these charges dropped from this incompetent indictment that's going to be filed. Let me get on New York Times, New York Post. Look, here we go. CEO. Watch out. Look at me like this. Watch out. Look, hit this one. Look, I'll do the green suit and the Ouija. I'll be on the New York Times like that. Watch out. Because that's you telling me, look, everyone's path is different in life, okay? But at least for me, and maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm narcissistic, maybe I'm all these things in my head that makes me think whatever. But I believe that the path to the presidency, well, it may pass through the CEO of Antifa, you know? Maybe that's a little crazy. Who knows? But I'm seeing the young people. I'm seeing the energy. I'm seeing how much we are tired of being beaten down by these billionaires, by these profit seekers, by these leeches. And I'm thinking perhaps the path could lead right through, you know, that C-suite, you know? Again, maybe I'm crazy because it's probably going to be a woman. The first communist president, I would hope it's a woman, because the true revolution will be led through the women. But if it's a handsome man, then so be it. You know, whatever it takes to liquidate, so be it. You know, that's why we're here. That's why we're here on Black Friday. That's why we're here every day, because whatever it takes to liquidate, that's what we will do. You know, we bring these comrades together now, and we speak boldly. We speak passionately. We speak frankly, because we want to make sure that whoever needs to hear these messages hears them, and they hear them clearly. There is no double speak here. There is no speaking for a different meaning. I am saying explicitly what I mean when I say it, and I know that my comrades hear it. It is time to liquidate the billionaire class. It is time to liberate ourselves. It is time to free the working class people from the profit seeking that has destroyed our lives for so long. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It really is. And all the MAGA clowns in the world can come and try to waste my time on here and make me think that, I don't know, because they don't really make me think. You know, that's why I don't like talking to MAGA clowns. I don't want to insult them. But that's why I don't really like talking to MAGA clowns, because they don't make me think. I steamroll them. I hit them with some facts. I hit them with the bob and we pap, pap, pap. And then they're discombobulated. Oh, communism. I hit them with the we pap, pap. Communism. You communist? Yeah, boy. You know, you weren't even ready for facts. We didn't even get to the facts. I just hit you with a word. You're freaking discombobulated. It's that easy. You know, you just throw a couple of words at a MAGA and they're just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the lack of reading comprehension, but you just hit him with the weave. I'm telling you, pap, 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 pap. Oh, communism. Knocked him out again. He can't even speak. Pap, pap. Communism. I'm telling you, dude. It really is that easy. You throw a couple of words at him. You throw propaganda. You throw communism. You throw capitalism bad. You call him a demon. They're shook. They're completely shook. Their entire reality is just, but that's because they're not based in reality. MAGA is just, they're based in profit land and la la land, where they want everything for free because they don't believe in taxes, but somehow communism bad, you know? And communism isn't everything free. We work for it. You know, it's us getting the things that we work for now. You know, it's us getting the things that we're building now, you know? But hey, look, I'm matching. I could tie a tie now. We got the green tie. We got the green hat. We looking crisp, baby. We feeling crisp. We going into the weekend strong. I got an episode pending with Dr. Greg. I'm thinking about maybe potentially dropping that this weekend. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm going to see how the times, you know, I'm going to see what my schedule's looking like. If I can't get to y'all tomorrow during the day, I might cut something during the night. We might have a pod to you overnight. We might have something to you over Sunday night. You know, our schedule is flexible right now, especially while we're off. But I'm making sure to find that time with my family, and I'm making sure to find that time with my comrades. We also warmed the mic up. I was smart enough to turn the mic on a little early today, so even though we are 45 minutes in, you've had crisp audio this entire time. We're working on potentially getting a new camera as well so that we can have the most premium visuals as possible. I'm watching some OBS tutorials and watching how to create a more better visual experience for you. And like I said, we do have guests in the lineup. But a lot of my followers said that they did not like having to wait so long for podcast episodes because of guests and whatnot. So that's why we're here every day. That's why we're fighting. I appreciate you tapping that live. For all of our free friends here on TikTok, please make sure you are tapping that live. Please make sure you're sharing the live, because that's the free way for us to beat the algorithm. That goes for all of our other platforms as well. Please make sure that you are sharing the live on all platforms, 7 live platforms right now. Please make sure you are letting your friends know that you found a propaganda machine that is fighting back against the working class people. Please let your friends know that the time is now. Okay, I'm looking at Emma's work. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's good, but it's not exactly like my brand. You know? I need more propagandists, though, if you're trying to plug in. We need everybody that we can get, Emma. So if you're trying to make content, if you're trying to do whatever, if you're trying to fill the gap that you believe that I have, then I will take you in, because I need anyone that can work for the working class movement right now. That is facts. Oh, just got an invite to join a group from Cliff Cash. Okay, we'll take that. Awesome, Cliff Cash. Thanks for that invite. Hoping to have a chat with Mr. Cash in the coming months. If not, we are hoping to have a chat with the guys from Closer to the Edge, potentially having a joint Substack article with that as well. I've been working on a good concept for what I'm gonna put together for that. Man, there's just, there's so much in motion. There's so much going on. We're just pushing, man. We're pushing. There's no stopping. Hopefully, hey, look, maybe I won't have to waste as much time on these tutorials. Maybe Emma can get me plugged up and the visuals looking a little better. I appreciate that. But yeah, 45 minutes in, almost 50 minutes in, still feeling loose, still feeling hot. But we will be wrapping in a little while, because like I said, we have to bring the wife to dinner tonight. I miss my wife. Haven't seen her in almost a week. But yeah, so hey, I'm sorry to break hearts, but I am married. Not only am I married to beautiful woman, the love of my life, but I am also married to the working class solidarity movement. So sorry, but not really, because, you know, my heart is full. But that doesn't mean that I'm not fighting for all comrades regardless of gender. Because truly, revolution will flow through the women. You know, I don't just say it for, obviously I'm married. I'm not just saying it. I'm not just saying it. But yeah, there was so for those of you who didn't see in the news today, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange had an outage from data cooling center issues. And so that is a very interesting, you know, just a little tidbit of information that the cooling apparatuses on these data centers are, yeah, sucks to suck, huh? Man, I'm hoping in the audio after the fact that the guest that came up will be good and whatnot. Hey, let's go. What's good, Joey? I am married to the game. I don't know if y'all wanted to come up and chat. I can take y'all if y'all wanted to chat. We are live on 7 different platforms right now. I know that's something that's a little different for you, but you could come give a shout out. You could come plug anything you want to plug, because it does go on the podcast after the fact, my boy. Let's see. Shoot you one. But yeah, yeah, so the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Oh, hey, Skog. Thanksgiving was depressing, low-key. I didn't even get no turkey. I was working, but it's okay. I'm cooking. It's loud. No problem, Joey. I appreciate you even stopping by, bro. Yeah, so the Chicago Mercantile Exchange with this blackout, I think it really does go to show just the vulnerability, you know, that all of these data centers, even though, you know, with the electrical and whatever, it really comes down to the cooling. I think that's one of the aggravating things too, is like, why are they with the water, you know, with the using up all of our fresh water? But yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Yeah, Skog. It is what it is, though, man. You know, that's just kind of the name of the game. I had to work 9, 12-hour shifts. So, yeah, I did not have no turkey yesterday. But some dudes at work did make some, they made a big pot of food, so. But, yeah, team. All right, well, I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Black Friday. I'll probably hop on live later. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and cut it.